All right, Drake Riggs here with Ryan Bader, the Bellator heavyweight champ, getting ready for Bellator 268. For the light heavyweight fights, though, not at heavyweight just yet again.
Yep.
Taking on Corey Anderson. Man, were you surprised that this fight didn't happen sooner? Because, you guys have been around each other for a good while now.
Yeah, I thought it was going to happen at some point for sure. When I left UFC, came over to Bellator, I was like, well, I guess that's the end of that. And then when he got signed, I'm like, well, we're going to face each other because, he's a top guy. I'm a top guy. We're going to run across each other at some point for sure. And, that Grand Prix started filling out and saw our bracket. And I'm like, well, we're going to be fighting the second fight, So here we are.
Yeah, get it out of the way early.
Yeah.
So, you've been in a lot of high-pressure situations, I think it's fair to say at this point. Took on Fedor, been in several title fights now, many great opponents. But is there maybe more pressure in fighting at home like this, or is it motivation more than anything?
Yeah, and there's no pressure. Well, there's pressure, but it's no added pressure.
Okay.
Every fight for me is pressure. It's because I want to perform to the best of my abilities, go out there. You want to get the win, of course, but I just want to fight the best that I can. If I do that, I'm usually going to win, and so that's a question I've got asked a bunch. You're fighting at home, how much added pressure people? I told people beforehand, friends and family, here's a ticket form. You guys do what you want. Don't bother me with any of that. And, you want to go out there and win for your hometown crowd. But as I said, if I go out there and do what I do and do it very well, it'll take care of itself, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, very true. And did it feel kind of like maybe a weight lifted at all after you rebounded against Machida in the last one?
Yeah, for that fight, first fight felt like forever ago, right? Yeah. That fight, what I liked about that, getting that win, obviously, but how much I've grown since that loss. First time I fought, I was in there, like big guy, didn't know. Yeah. I got to take this dude down. I didn't know what I was doing on my feet with him. Second time, we had a game plan. I stuck to it through that first round when, he was testing me and all that. Then went out there and kind of dominated the rest of the fight. And so just shows to me and fans, whatever, how much I've grown since that fight.
Yeah, definitely, man. And you fought so many great people. Just mentioned Machida right there twice, and taking on Corey now. I mean, where do you rank him kind of amongst all these great guys that you have fought in your career? Because the list is quite long at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. He's one of the top guys. And he's in his prime right now. He's on a tear. He's up there. But I've fought everybody, man. I've literally fought everybody, in the UFC and in Bellator, and so for me, it's just one of those guys. It's how I approach Fedor, he had the mystique about him, everything. I didn't put him on a pedestal. Mm-hmm. Just said, it's another man I got to defeat on this date and go in there and do it. So same thing with Corey, he's tough. He's one of the best fighters in the world at light heavyweight right now, so am I. Yep. And so we'll see who's better.
Yeah, definitely. And is there maybe a point or a fight that you kind of look at as, okay, that was the turning point when we got to this Ryan Bader? Because, you went on that, still on that fantastic stretch. And for me, I kind of highlight like the Rashad fight. That was the one where I was like, damn, Bader's hands have really gotten a lot better, like the overall striking game for you. I mean, was it that one? Did I just nail it? Or
yeah, you actually just nailed it. I remember talking to my manager, Dave Martin, afterwards, and I'm like, man, I just felt good in there. I could see. And, he's been around athletes his whole life, and he's like, yeah, basketball players, all that say, when you get to a point and the game kind of slows down. And that's what it felt like in that Rashad fight. I could see everything. I could see the punches. I could see what he was trying to set up, and I believed in myself and just let my, talent show, basically. And like, you know what, I'm not just a wrestler anymore, so let's see what I can do. And that was like kind of coming out party, I would say, the Rashad fight.
Yeah, that was definitely a great one, man, among many. And, as we're getting ready here for the light heavyweight tournament to, continue onward, of course, we'll worry about the finals when we get there, and as will we do with the heavyweight division. But I am curious, though, what are your thoughts on, like, Moldavsky, the interim champ, who you will imminently fight, presumably? Just what do you think about him?
Yeah, I just think he's overall just a tough dude, He's a kind of smaller heavyweight, as am I. But just kind of durable and tough, really. Nothing really stood out, anything crazy or anything like that, but his toughness. And, I thought he did well against Tim Johnson, and we were in the same workout room, and I was working out, and he just sat and watched me the whole time. And
taking notes.
I guess.
So, yeah, we'll get to that one when we do. But, okay, Ryan, last thing I will leave you with, man, is I've always wondered, like, Darth Vader, right? That's the nickname.
Yeah.
I've heard about, the Master. Was that a joke or was that a legit nickname?
Man, I would walk out to that 100%. I don't know. Now with Showtime and all that, they're kind of like, nah. I tried to do that.
There's Big Swing in Johnson, isn't
yeah, there's my buddy Jordan Johnson. But man, I've tried it in the UFC too. And
shut you down?
Man, I'll ask Bellator, like, please, just one time before I'm ever done, announce me as a masturbator. But I try to actually do that in Chael's, Submission Underground. Yeah. They're like, what do you want your call? I was like, master. And they're like, okay. And then they thought about that, and he's like, dude, we can't do that. We're on UFC Fight Pass. I'm like, well, so it's not on my accord. Okay. I would try.
All right, maybe this one. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
But, all right, Ryan, we'll leave it there, man. Best luck on the fight. Can't wait to see it. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you.
Oh, hey, you made it to the end. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you like this video and want to see more like it, give it a like and maybe subscribe if you haven't already. Until then, we'll see you next time.